Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing good. So I welcome you in this particular video where again we are going to decode one important report that is important from our examination perspective. So beta, that is entirely going to be on investment. Okay, so this is our World Investment Report 2025. Who is the one who releases it? So we have UNCTAD, your United Nations Conference for Trade and Development is the one beta who releases it. Okay, why it is important to take into consideration? Because it keeps on checking कि किसी भी कंट्री में या फिर किसी भी इकोनॉमी में इन्वेस्टमेंट का फ्लो क्या है, that is specifically targeting our FDI. Okay, so when it comes on to investment, when it comes on to infrastructural projects, it is very important. Investment plays a very important part, right? So it is also very important that what kind of investment is coming in that particular country, because investment directly is related with the growth in that particular economy. अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट आ रही है, सो इट मीन्स लोग अगर या फिर अगर जो हमारी प्राइवेट पार्टीज है, फिर अगर कोई फॉरेन कंट्री इंडिया में मे बी आके इन्वेस्ट कर रही है, इट मीन्स समवेयर एंड अदर वी सी इंडिया एज अ ग्रोइंग कंट्री. सो दिस shows us the status, that status. If we see that the situation is negative in a manner, then of course it's a sign to policy makers that this is the situation in your economy and accordingly you need to work on it. Okay, along with that, if we see that investment in any of the sector is good, for example, taking into consideration just an example only. Okay, for example, I see that in India, people are more investing towards maybe green energy, maybe green infrastructural projects. Okay, so this shows me that India में जो green infrastructural projects है, उनमें कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो hype create हो रही है. लोग जो है इस particular project में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जो है वो contribute कर रहे हैं, invest कर रहे हैं. This is what is growing in manner we see positive results tomorrow. So that is how people invest, and investment as well as tracking the investment plays huge important role when it comes on to economy itself. Okay, so that is the reason today we are going to analyze the global perspective. Regions को भी हम decode करेंगे. We will see the conditions of the countries also along with the condition of India itself. Okay, कि जो इंडिया में इन्वेस्टमेंट है वो किस तरीके से चल रही है. Are we watching inflows more than outflows? What is the situation and what are the projects which are maybe high in demand, which has high growth perspective. Along with that, we'll see the sectors also where most of the people are investing. So we are going to decode it completely. थोड़ा सा लंबा रहेगा. All you need to do is to be with me till the end, and believe me, I've included those pointers only which are important from examination perspective. उसके बीच में से भी we'll keep on filtering it. Okay, we'll keep on I'll just keep on telling you that this information is important for you to know, for you to remember exactly or not. Okay, so I've already told you that TD is the one who publishes this particular report, your United Nations Conference on Trade and Development beta, and annually we see that this is the organization who publishes it. Okay, so this is before I go towards it, this is the information for all of you, those individuals who are targeting 2025 या फिर 2026 के लिए भी बेटा अगर आप prepare कर रहे, so you can purchase this patch. ठीक है, rest of the information is same, but one extra feature is provided here, that is the availability of physical books. Okay, the availability of physical books, so we are providing you that and you can have an access of it. Okay, that is what I wanted to tell you. Now if I see the global FDI trend, okay, so this somewhere shows that जो हमारा total inflows है, okay, I'm just talking about the inflows itself, so total inflows only have increased marginally by 4%. Okay, this is important to understand beta. And what is the data itself? That is reaching to 1.5 trillion. Now remember, this is the global FDI trends. Okay, but if I compare it with the adjusted one, so adjusted is what gives us a real picture. Okay, so adjusted FDI flow कितना है? That has actually declined by 11%. So this is more important to remember that although inflows जो है वो 4% से ज़्यादा हुए हैं, increase हुए हैं, but adjusted FDI flows please are considered more important because they are declining. They have declined by what percentage? That is 11%. Okay, so there is a decline but by double digit. Okay, by double digit, and this is a concerning situation. Okay, along with that, if I see the cautious as well as pessimistic situation, so this shows कि जो हमारा initial optimistic है, okay, was initially optimism, you know, the जो when I talk about initial optimism, that was for a modest FDI growth in 2025 has been undermined by rising of the global trade tensions, but it comes along with a pessimist situation also. That is GDP and growth, you know, GDP growth in capital formation forecast has been revised downwards, and that too we have seen by double digits beta. This is the pessimist situation that we have, along with export performance, फॉरेक्स वॉलेटिलिटी एंड इन्वेस्टर सेंटिमेंट जो है वो भी वीक हुए हैं. अगर मैं राइजिंग ट्रेड टेंशंस की बात करूं तो कहीं ना कहीं आई हैव टोल्ड यू मेनी टाइम्स बेटा कि नाउ people are more centric, like economies are more centric towards themselves only. That is also one of the reason that we see that people are more investing in their own economy. So this is one of the optimism situation that we have. Okay, people are more in their own economies. They are, you know, trying their best to improve their own economy first and then move towards the other economies. Okay, this is what is the focus is. Pessimist situation भी हमने देख ली. फाइनेंशियल मार्केट में बहुत ज़्यादा इंस्टेबिलिटी है. क्यों बेटा? क्योंकि जियोपॉलिटिकल टेंशंस बहुत ज़्यादा है इकोनॉमी में, एंड वी हैव सीन इट्स आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स ऑल्सो. कहीं ना कहीं वो उसका आफ्टर इफेक्ट, जैसे रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर की बात करूँ, सो उसका आफ्टर इफेक्ट कहीं ना कहीं इन्फ्लेशन पे पड़ा था, सप्लाई चेन डिस्ट्रप्शन पे पड़ा था. सो दीज आर द मेनी थिंग्स विच यू हैव टू टेक इन टू कंसिडरेशन. अलॉन्ग विद दैट इट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट वी सी कि जो ग्रीन फील्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट है उसमें कैसे कैसे जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है वो जा रही है. ठीक है, एज इन हाउ मेनी कंट्रीज आर द वन हु आर एक्चुअली इन्वेस्टिंग इन दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया, और कौन कौन सी कंट्रीज इसके ऊपर एक्चुअली वर्क कर रही है. ओके, सो दिस शोज दैट जो हमारा इंडस्ट्रियल ग्रीन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट है ना वो राइज कर रहा है ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, एंड द नंबर हियर इज 3%. Okay, along with that, if I talk about investment part, although the industrial greenfield investment is increasing, as in the projects are increasing, but when I talk about actual investment that is coming in, so it has been declined. Okay, that is declined by 5%. So the improvement in the projects is 3%, but there is a decline by 5%. So this shows us the gap. Okay, this shows us the gap कि हाँ projects तो है, ठीक है, प्रोजेक्ट्स तो है, इंक्रीज यू नो प्रोजेक्ट्स में इंक्रीज तो हुआ है, बट व्हेन इट कम्स ऑन टू फंडिंग, व्हेन इट कम्स ऑन टू फाइनेंसिंग एग्जैक्टली, सो उसमें हमें डिक्रीज देखने को मिला है बाय 5%, एज इन व्हेन आई स्पेसिफिकली टॉक अबाउट इन्वेस्टमेंट पार्ट. ओके, अब यहाँ पे जो बेनिफिशियरी रीजन्स है दैट यू नो ऑफ दीज रीबैलेंसिंग एफर्ट्स इंक्लूड्स व्हाट बेटा, दैट इज साउथ ईस्ट एशिया, ईस्टर्न यूरोप एज वेल एज सेंट्रल अमेरिका ऑल्सो. बट rather than just going on these this information, this much is very much enough from your examination perspective. इतना ज़्यादा जो इन डेप्थ में जाके नहीं जाना है. ठीक है, अब अगर मैं बात करूँ रीजनल इन्वेस्टमेंट की, वील सी द कंडीशन ऑफ व्हाट इज द कंडीशन ऑफ अफ्रीका मे बी, व्हाट इज द कंडीशन ऑफ एशिया मे बी, व्हाट इज द कंडीशन ऑफ यूरोप मे बी. सो फर्स्टली वील सी द कंडीशन ऑफ यूरोप. सो यहाँ पे भी क्या बोला गया है कि जो FDI इनफ्लोज है, इनफ्लोज बेटा मतलब जो हमारी कंट्री के अंदर FDI आ रही है, आउटफ्लो मतलब पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड एज इन द इन्वेस्टर्स हैव स्टार्टेड एग्जिटिंग. ओके, एंड आउटफ्लो इज नॉट अ गुड सिचुएशन. कहीं ना कहीं तो हमारी इकोनॉमी में डाउनफॉल देखने को मिल रहा है. दैट इज द रीजन पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड टेकिंग देयर मनी बैक. बट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट FDI, दैट इज मोर लॉन्ग टर्म ओरिएंटेड, राइट. अब बहुत ज़्यादा ये कम सिचुएशन देखने को मिलती है. इट इज़ नॉट लाइक FPI दैट इज मोर अनस्टेबल इन नेचर. दिस इज लॉन्ग टर्म ओरिएंटेड. बट व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द इनफ्लो पार्ट, सो दैट मीन्स in your economy things are coming, as in investment is coming. Outflow means the investment from your economy is going towards another part. Okay, this is what it is. So it shows when it comes on to Europe specifically, so जो हमारे FDI inflows है वो भी down हो चुके हैं by 11% बेटा. What is the exact data? That is $198 billion. Okay. And if I talk about the situation of outside Europe, so it says कि हमारे पास कुछ जो है वो developed economies है, they have recorded a positive movement. Specifically they have given an example of North America, जिसने movement देखा है, जिसने increase देखा है by 23%. Okay, so although there is a decrease in FDI specifically in Europe by 11%, but then we have North America जिसमें increase देखने को मिला है by 23%. Okay, so as simple as that. हम ज़्यादा इसके अंदर we'll not dive deep into it. बहुत ज़्यादा extensive way में information को नहीं पढ़ना, because we'll see that much part only which is important from an examination perspective. Okay, now we'll talk about the overall performance. So this says कि हमारी जो developing economies हैं, ठीक है, यहाँ पे हमने situation जो है वो developed economies की देखी थी बेटा. Now we'll see the situation of developing economies. Okay, so developing economies में they say that the situation is stable in a manner, as in we saw in the developed countries that some other countries like Europe specifically जहाँ पे double digit से decrease आया है, but then we have developed countries only, we have some nations who have seen improvement. Okay, so it is more unstable in manner. I won't say that the situation is stable. Okay, but when it comes on to developing economy, this is more stable in manner. What is the exact number beta? That is $867 billion. Okay, और हमें किन किन areas में increase देखने को मिला है specifically? So there is a stability, as in the positive growth. Which areas are showing positive growth beta? As in this is specifically when I talk about the regional divergence. Okay, so this shows about the America, South East Asia, West Asia, South Asia, Central America as well as Caribbean also. Decline किन किन nations में देखने को मिला है? That is East Asia 12% led by China, as well as South America 18%. Okay, so it also shows कि जो हमारे international project finance है, its value is also dropped by double digit, that is 33%. This is also important to remember. And what is the situation of greenfield project? So there is again decrease in it, although we check the situation that projects may increase hai, but when it comes on to investment, so people are not ready to invest in these. Okay, as much as needed. So there is a decrease by 20% in value. Okay, along with that, FDI remains highly concentrated. 10 countries have received 75% of the total developing countries inflow. So that is the reason we saw the situation that this is more unstable in a manner, just like the developing countries. Now we'll see the situation of Africa first and the Asia countries also. So Asia में Africa में जो FDI inflow है, that has surged by 75%, which is huge in number. Okay, and we have a record of $97 billion. A single large IPF deal is made in Egypt itself. Okay, it was a key driver. Along with that, if I exclude Egypt here, so FDI जो है, it is still growing by double digit, that is 12%. If I go outside the Europe, that is developing nation, so FDI has declined by 3%, but it has remained the largest recipient region globally. If I see the situation of China, so again there is a decrease here. That has, the situation is fallen by 29%. If I see the situation of ASEAN, so यहाँ पे increase देखने को मिला है by 10% बेटा. If I see the situation of India, so again there is a decline, but it is single digit number only, that is by 2%, but still there is a decline here. Okay. Along with that, if I talk about West Asia, so it has maintained its situation. There is no increase, there is no decrease, but the situation is stabilized in manner. Okay. Along with that, if I talk about Latin America and Caribbean, so this shows कि जो हमारी overall FDI है ना, it has again declined 12%. Okay, if I talk about the situation of Brazil, so again there is a decrease by 8% beta. These things are important. Okay, और कौन कौन से ऐसे रीजन है जिन्होंने ग्रीन फील्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट में पॉजिटिव चेंज दिखाया है? सो वी हैव अर्जेंटीना, ब्राजील, मेक्सिको. दीज आर द रीजन्स वेयर देयर इज इंक्रीज इन द नंबर. ओके, अलॉन्ग विद दैट, इफ आई टॉक अबाउट द इकोनॉमीज विच आर weak and vulnerable economies, specifically or least developed economies, so यहाँ पे जो जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है वो इंक्रीज कर रही है. सो व्हाट वी एनालाइज फ्रॉम द सिचुएशन, व्हाट वी एनालाइज्ड, वी सॉ द सिचुएशन ऑफ चाइना इटसेल्फ, वी सॉ द सिचुएशन ऑफ यूरोप इटसेल्फ. सो यहाँ पे वी गॉट टू नो कि जो डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज है ना, अफ्रीका में राइज आया है, बट यूरोप जैसी कंट्रीज में कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो डिक्लाइन देखने को मिल रहा है. सो देयर इज अ रिवर्स सिचुएशन व्हिच इज गोइंग ऑन. पीपल or investors are more investing in the least developed countries, as we saw the situation of Africa itself, as well as the least developed countries जो inflows है वो rise करे हैं by 9%. People are somewhere or another more oriented, more optimistic towards the least developed countries. वहाँ पे since there is availability of the resources, rich availability of the resources, so they are going and finding, as in they are untouching the not untouching specifically, but they are touching the resources there. They are trying to extract it. They are trying to use those resources. Okay, so the inflows have risen by 9% beta. Landlocked developing countries, यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो हमें decline देखने को मिला, that is by 10%. Small island developing countries, they too have recorded growth by 11% here. And across all of the groups, जो FDI है was heavily concentrated in few countries only, otherwise we've seen the change. Now if I talk about sectoral trends in FDI specifically, so अगर मैं infrastructure की बात करूँ उसमें भी decline देखने को मिला है, that is by 9%. ओके, डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में प्रोजेक्ट्स में बेटा इंक्रीज आया है, ठीक है, प्रोजेक्ट्स में इंक्रीज आया है, बट एवरेज प्रोजेक्ट की जो वैल्यू है इट हैज डिक्लाइंड. ओके, वैल्यू में देयर इज अ डिक्लाइन. If I talk about digital economy, so this shows that projects में again increase आया है, and this is doubling of the total project value. This also shows कि जो value है उसके equivalent तो नहीं है, but जो projects है वो double है if I compare it with the value part. Okay, then we have renewables and critical minerals. So again there is a decline here. Critical minerals में there is a decline by 50%. जो projects है उनमें decline है by 12%. If I talk about supply chain intensive industries, so again जो greenfield investment है it is steady in a manner. People are more investing towards electronics, automotives, machinery as well as textiles. If I talk about semiconductor industry, so again ये जो है out of the 10 countries, 10 largest greenfield projects, जो 4 country, जो 4 projects हैं, they were semiconductors only, and 3 projects in the United States, 1 in India, and the combined capital outlay is of $70 billion. Okay, this is what this particular sectoral analysis says. Now we'll talk about the long-term shift of in the developing countries. So now it says, this particular report says that rather than investing more towards the other things, people are investing more, as in we saw the situation that there is more investment in the team in the areas of services. There is increase in the area of clean energy along with increase in infrastructure also. So we've seen increase in these areas, specifically in these sectors. Okay, there is a growing variation in the digital economy also beta. Emerging manufacturing opportunities जो है, there is these are also rising due to supply chain reconstruction, restructuring. Along with that, it also says that there is a continued reliance on extractive industries in low income countries specifically. Okay, now it also says that there is a decline in sustainable development goal aligned international investment. So this shows कि जो हमारी international investment है specifically in sustainable development goal, it in the relevant sectors it is also declining sharply. If I talk about this particular report, recently sustainable development report जो है वो release हुई है, and we have seen for the first time कि जो India है it has it just has broken its break, as in it's it has broken its record. It has it is for the first period of time it is among 100 countries. Okay, पिछले सालों में हमने देखा है कि ये 100 countries को cross करता है, as in its position was in triple digits, but now for the first period of time we've seen its position in double digits only. So its position is 99th. Okay, both जो हमारे greenfield projects है, they've announced the announcements as well as international project finance जो है they are also affected. If I talk about sector wise, so infrastructure में decline आया है by 35%, renewable energy में decline आया है by 31%, double digits है सारे. Water and sanitation में there is a decline by 30%, as well as agri food system में there is a decline by 90%. So this is the long term effect. When I talk about health care specifically, so it's it's an exceptional case. It has shown a positive momentum in 2023 in 2024. but अगर मैं projects और values की बात करूँ, as in अगर मैं numbers and values की बात करूँ, so उसमें increase देखने को मिला है, that is by 20%. okay sorry. Alright, so where we've seen that other industries have not shown improvement, this particular sector is the one which have shown improvement, as there is a rise in the number of cases, number of diseases also, number of pandemics also, and that is the reason we see that there is an increase in the healthcare sector, specifically industries are growing. Okay, significant growth potential kahan hai? So in project finance for healthcare, example hospitals, beta, in domestic pharmaceutical production capacity as well. Okay, along with that it says that we have decrease in the international project finance. This is what we've already done. हमने ये चीज देख ली थी कि जो हमारी कंट्रीज है उसके अंदर डिक्लाइन आया है 40%. ओके, दिस इज व्हाट वी आर डन विद. ये जियोपॉलिटिकल टेंशंस के कारण जो है ये चीज जो है इफेक्ट हो रही है ना. नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट दी डेवलपिंग एज वेल एज डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज. सो वी हैव सीन दिस थिंग है ना. हमने क्या बात करी कि जो यूरोप जैसी जो कंट्रीज है उसमें डबल डिजिट से डिक्लाइन देखने को मिला है बाई 11%. अब जो डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज जैसे अफ्रीका हो गया, ठीक है, लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज होगी, इनके अंदर कहीं ना कहीं जो है हम इंक्रीज इन दी एफडीआई देखने को मिल रहा है. सो दिस इज जस्ट द क्रक्स ऑफ इट. जो हमारी लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज है, फिर जो हमारी डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज है, दे आर अट्रैक्टिंग इन्वेस्टमेट, मे बी द रिसोर्सेज विच आर प्रेजेंट देयर. नाउ पीपल आर ट्राइंग टू use those resources. Now people are trying to use them. Okay, this is what it is. Then we have rising reliance in the investment incentives. Okay, so this records 45% of the investor friendly policy measures, and rest of the information is not that important, but this is an overview of it. Okay, along with that if I talk about sustainable bond market, so हमारे total issuance जो है वो कितनी है, it has exceeded by $1 trillion, which represents 11% of global bond issuance, up from 5% in 2023. now it is being increased. okay, अगर मैं green bonds की बात करूँ so वो भी increase हुए हैं, that is by 14% year on year. अगर मैं बात करूं हमारे प्रोजेक्ट्स की, सो हमने ग्रीन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स में देखा था कि देयर इज नो इंक्रीज इन एफडीआई इटसेल्फ. देयर इज इंक्रीज इन द प्रोजेक्ट्स बट देयर इज नो इंक्रीज इन एफडीआई. कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो डिक्लाइनिंग सिचुएशन में है. बट व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट ग्रीन बॉन्ड स्पेसिफिकली, सो द सिचुएशन एज इन द ग्रोथ इज इंक्रीजिंग. ओके, सस्टेनेबिलिटी लिंक्ड बॉन्ड्स की अगर मैं बात करूं, सो दे हैव seen a sharp decline here. Along with that, what is important, so if I talk about public sector issuers, they have surpassed the corporates and they have stated as a dominant contributors to new bond issuance. Okay, sustainable funds, so we have a global sustainable fund asset beta specifically that has reached to a record of 3.2 trillion. जो हमारा फंड इनफ्लो है वो कहीं ना कहीं वीकन हो चुका है. फंड आउटफ्लोज आर मोर हियर. along with जो हमारे न्यू फंड लॉन्चेस है, they are also declining in manner. okay, along with that if I talk about global sustainability standards, so this shows कि जो हमारे there is an adoption of IFRS S1 and S2 specifically. ये अगर मैं इन दोनों की बात करूँ या फिर अगर मैं S1 and S2 specifically बात करूँ, so ये हमारे climate related disclaimers है. And if I talk about IFRS specifically, so this is our the financial department standards, the international financial department standard, and specifically related to the standards which are specifically related to the climate itself. okay, so there's an expansion of it right from 17 to 33 jurisdictions in 2024. okay, along with that this information is not that important from all of you. okay, okay, this is important, that rising policy engagement in the developing economies. we've seen this thing ना कि अब लोग जो है वो developing economies के अंदर या फिर जो हमारी least developed countries है उनके अंदर जो है वो investment कर रहे हैं, ताकि चाहे छोटे रेट पे ही करें, but people are investing there. okay, so what are the progress areas बेटा? development of national sustainable finance strategies is one. adoption of carbon pricing mechanism as in कि यहाँ पे जितना भी carbon emission होता है उसको price करना शुरू कर देना, उसके ऊपर tax लगाना शुरू कर देना, so that we can put full stop on carbon emission. this is specifically related to the industries also. ठीक है, अब आप इसके अंदर कुछ भी system जो है वो include कर सकते हो, maybe CBAM, maybe ETSs as in your जो emission trading system होता है, you can include that also. yesterday only we covered one news that India specifically is going towards the ETS system, but that too is rate based. okay, जितना rate होगा मतलब एक particular जो emission चल रहा है उसके ऊपर जो है trading या फिर जो हमारा trading system है वो rely करेगा, rather than putting a cap here. okay, most of the countries follow that cap system, but here we are not doing that, we are going with the rate based. okay, along with that the advancement of taxonomy framework is there to classify the sustainable economic activities. along with that we see that there is a persistent institutional and capacity gaps and we need to improve it. okay, this is what we are already done with. when I talk about global consensus on scaling up sustainable finance, so this shows that कि जो हमारी growing international alignment है ना on mechanism to scale up sustainable finance is more in the global south. Specifically, global south are those countries which are developing economies. Okay, so this shows that there is more investment towards the developing economies, and this shows the two major global processes. बेटा सबसे पहले तो आपका financing for development conference in COP 30 specifically under UNFCCC November 2024. Okay, along with that, what is important is the digital transformation कि जो हमारी developing countries है ना, they've however they've remained constrained by a persistent digital divide, as in there is more digital, when it comes on to global north, so they are more worth digitally if I compare it with the global south. So there is a huge gap here. Okay, there is a huge gap, that is digital divide, but it limits their ability. अगर digital divide होगा, so समझ लीजिए जैसे हम AI की बात करते हैं, and we are not rich in that, we are not that much rich in technology. So who is the one who will lead here? Of course, global north. उनके पास पहले technology पहुंच जाएगी, उनके पास पहले जो है वो चीजें पहुंचेगी. We will reach here late. So there is it is limiting their ability to leverage the digital infrastructure beta, modern digital services, along with the participation in the digital transformation dividend. Okay, then we have some challenges to international digital investment. So this shows there are multiple barriers here. सबसे पहले तो regulatory fragmentation. Along with that, there is a lack of policy coherence also. Okay, along with that, this particular thing is important. So when it comes on to core digital economy, so it includes the digital infrastructure part beta. Okay, narrow scope of digital economy is there, but यहाँ पे जो report का focus है इसने किसको cover करा है? E-commerce and digital platforms को, fintech and mobile financial services को, along with the AI driven automation as well. Okay, along with that, if I see the broad scope in digital economy, so of course since economies are going towards digitalization, it is very important that we use it in each and every sector, चाहे वो agriculture में हो, चाहे वो funds transfer करने में हो, चाहे वो किसी भी area में हो. It is the best situation if we try to use it in each and every sector. This is what is stated here. Okay, narrow scope की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so the growth is largely driven by investment in the frontier technologies, particularly in digital infrastructure beta, AI powered system, as well as digital platforms and services also. Okay, then we have the infrastructural gap. So we have seen this thing कि जो gap है, जो investment gap है, वो कितना है बेटा? That is by 1.6 trillion investment. Okay, that is by 1.6 trillion dollars investment gap जो है it lies, and we need to align here, and we need to work on it. Okay, now what is the role of digital investment in inclusive development? क्योंकि यहाँ पे अगर हम digital investment की बात करेंगे, so it will focus on the other projects also. It will focus on the agriculture, maybe it will focus on the gender participation, maybe it will focus on the women entrepreneurship also, and it will focus on each and every area. So this will lead to inclusive. Okay, so this shows that universal and affordable internet access जो है वो हो सकता है, हम digital divide को कम कर सकते हैं, bridge कर सकते हैं इस gap को, and there will be an upliftment in the marginal communities also. So we saw this thing that if digital investment जो आती है, this will lead to developmental part. Okay, this will lead to welfare. This will give rise to the welfare opportunities specifically for the people. It will also strengthen our responsible AI, secure data governance. It will support our interoperable rights based on digital system beta. Along with that, we'll see the empowerment of women, youth, maybe जो हमारे marginal communities है उनमें भी. Now we have 10 developing country recipients here. So one we have India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam, Mexico, China, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, as well as Thailand, which has shown कहीं ना कहीं improvement. Okay. Now there is a rise in South-South digital investment also. ठीक है. Now we have seen that जो हमारी Asian economies है ना, they have become major digital investor, providing 27% of the total greenfield investment, specifically China, Taiwan province of China, as well as Singapore also. Okay, along with that, there is a persistent underinvestment in ICT infrastructure. So this is the data which you can see by yourself, but जो IT जो हमारा ICT infrastructure है वो कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो problem में है. ठीक है. Along with that, when I see the key determinants of FDI flows in the digital economy, so this shows about the infrastructure that we need to invest in both, as in digital infrastructure as well as core infrastructure also. Along with that, digital capacity and resources, we need to bridge it. Regulatory frameworks जो है हमें ensure करने पड़ेंगे so that we can better perform, and along with that we have to see the market conditions also. Okay, developmental impact जो है digital economy FDI का वो क्या है बेटा? So सबसे पहले तो capital and technology transfer जो है it has ensured potential gain की तरफ उन्होंने focus करा है, हाई क्वालिटी एम्प्लॉयमेंट को दिस गिव्स बर्थ. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन्वेस्टमेंट है स्पेसिफिकली इन ब्रॉडबैंड नेटवर्क्स, कम्युनिकेशन system along with the data centers also. Okay, then we have underutilization of FDI specifically for talent as well as knowledge transfer also. So this shows that there is a need to leverage FDI to attract foreign digital talent. This will lead to employment generation also. Along with that, it facilitates the knowledge as well as technology transfer. जो हमारा local digital content and services है उसमें भी कहीं ना कहीं जो है opportunities को ये birth देगा. Okay, then we have some recommendations here. But before that we'll see the case of India itself. So हमने क्या analysis करा यहाँ पे कि जो हमारा India है, it has retained its position among top FDI destinations, although we've seen this thing that there is a decrease by 2%, but yes, there is the position that which is stable in manner, that is by $28 billion inflows जो है वो specifically 2024 में हुए थे. कौन से areas जो है वो strong है बेटा? So we have semiconductor, EV components as well as digital infrastructure projects, and India among top 5 global hubs for greenfield projects, that is benefiting from the global supply chain shifts. Along with that, if I talk about the Indian investors, so they have also climbed in FDI outflows with 20% of increase in the greenfield announcements. Okay, now we have UNCTAD your policy recommendations here. So it says that we need to adopt a long-term vision. हमें long-term vision से देखना पड़ेगा, otherwise we will not be able to do that. Okay. We need to balance openness along with the national interest. Along with that, we need to strengthen our regulatory capacity so that we can regulate the system as well as we can work effectively in manner. Okay, there is a need to enhance the role of IPs also, along with the promotion of the digital skills through FDI as well. Okay, so this is what it shows. We've already done with these many recommendations which I've shown you. So we are done with these many things. You can just these are in pointers. You can just see by yourself also. Okay, so that is it in investment. So whatever points I have highlighted here, those are important from your examination perspective. बेटा बहुत थोड़े से है, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको extensively इस data के अंदर चले जाना है, बहुत थोड़े से, but yes, you people have to remember the few data that I've mentioned here. Okay, all right, now I'm taking leave from this particular video, from this particular session. If there is any doubt, beta, you can just pin that in the comment section and I'll of course address it. Okay, thank you so much for joining this session, beta. Thank you so much. Take care.